Yeah, I mean, Tyson Walker was we just couldn't stop him. 36 points. He's a, tremendous talent. I think he's best player in the league. I mean, he's a Big East ACC level guard. I mean, he just tough shots, tough shots. We started slow in the second half. Not sure why. Thought we made a couple of selfish decisions on offense, which hurt us in transition. But some good moments from some other guys off. I thought Jakai had a really good week of practice. Liked the way he responded. It's good to get Solomon back out there as he starts to get his legs back under him. And I like that we got to the foul line. We didn't obviously shoot it great, but we're just not guarding. I got to watch the tape to see how many of those were just tough contested shots. But he's a I said, a guy gets those type of numbers. He gets, he's a tough one too because he can not only score it, but then he can find other guys, and they become good shooters. He finds them at opportune times, so it makes them a tough team to defend.
Coach, you're back in full practice after getting some of the guys back after contact tracing. Just kind of, what were some of the things that you were trying to look for from the guys, getting some of them?
Just trying to practice as much as possible. We've had so few of them. Now we had some guys back. We're just trying to practice as much as possible, and we just better job on the glass today. We haven't been a good team. It's been incredibly frustrating for everyone when there's certain runs or tough turnovers are not coming up with forcing a long shot late in the clock. We haven't had that type of toughness that we normally have, and it gets amplified if you're not making shots. If you make shots, sometimes that can hide some things. But we just haven't. Hopefully, we can get it before the this crazy year ends. And obviously, like one of our guys said afterwards, a lot of them get to have a short-term memory in these back-to-back deals.
I'll open up the questions. If you'll unmute yourself, ask Coach Skerry any questions.
Coach, you mentioned Jakai. That I thought he played really well today. Obviously, in the minutes that he played off the bench. I mean, talk about you think you kind of see him playing more, I guess, going forward. Or how do you think that he played today? I know you said he had a good week of practice as well.
He did. He had a really good week of practice. He responded the right way, and he's a type of guy. Sometimes you ask him to play different positions or out of position. We're looking for a couple guys with energy, and I thought he did a good job of that for us today.
I mean, going into tomorrow, I guess, is there anything maybe like trapping some Walker's ball screen to kind of deny him the ball off the ball? I mean, what kind of things do you think you got to do to kind of slow him down tomorrow?
Yeah, I thought we tried to we brought pressure right away to start the game to try to get them deep in the clock. They're a very good half-court team off of ball screens, like good ball screen motion team. So I thought we were able to take a lot of that away, but it doesn't take him long once he has the ball to try to make a tough one-on-one play. And I'd have to watch how many of those were tough guarded shots, but he. Obviously I've watched all their conference games on film, and he's done that all year for them. Like I said, I think he's been him and Matt Lewis have been at just a different level than everybody else in our league. I mean, that's why they're right now the two best teams. Those guys are special players, and they elevate the other guys' level of play too.
I mean, offensively, second half. Obviously, first half you guys shot really well. Offensively, second half, shots really didn't fall. Guys kind of took a few contested shots down the stretch. I mean, offensively, I guess, how do you think you guys can kind of get into a better rhythm offensively so that you guys don't, kind of go on those stretches where you don't score for,
Yeah, it's been a problem. Ball movement's been a problem at times, and then we haven't shot it great from three-point land. I thought we would shoot more of them and make more, but that's obviously that hasn't happened. Hopefully it will, but I thought we tried to settle down, run some staggered screening action, get the ball inside and get to the foul line and get on the glass. So we didn't convert probably as well as we need to in the red zone and at the foul line, but it we're one of those groups right now when it doesn't go well for us for a couple stretches, we find ways to multiply errors like live ball turnover or missing a foul shot, or there's just those type of things. And it's a fine line between winning games and losing games, especially in conference play. And everyone's frustrated; they want to win. We've got to figure out how to get over the hump in those situations to have success. I think a lot of it has to do with the ability to focus and be mentally tough, right? That's doing the best thing for the team when it's not always the best thing for yourself, and we're not consistent enough in that area yet.
Any other questions?
Coach, you mentioned in the locker room talking about having to have that short memory in these turnarounds. What has been the toughest part of doing these weekend back-to-backs?
It's just different. The prep time. I think there's a psychological prep time too when you're dealing with some guys, but that's the year. Everyone's going through it. We're frustrated that we haven't been able to navigate this as successfully as we had hoped. The big thing I talked to the guys before the game today and that shoot-around this morning is it's a wild year. The reality is it's going to take like 2-3 good weeks of high-level basketball to get where everyone wants to get. So there's time to do that, and there's no better time than today playing against the best team in the league. So we did decent for 20 minutes, and then now it's like we got to play longer stretches. I don't think it's certainly not intentional, but we haven't successfully navigated that, Corey. So is it, McCallum? So does that mean we got to play more in practice? We got to try to get some rhythm. We need more game experience. We have to change the lineup, the rotation. I think all the above.